This bullshit right here is the motherfucking Titan. It's a submarine to take tourists to see the Titanic. It is 22 feet long and it can hold up to 5 people. But you gotta pay the CEO $250,000 a piece, and this motherfucker was considered a fraud because these people paid this man over $200,000 to see the Titanic, and he ran off on their ass. Oh, I know a scam when I see one, cause this dude wasn't shit from the start. And look what he controlled this motherfucking with, a motherfucking Dreamcast controller. On Amazon, that bitch go for $30 and less. And it take AAA batteries, yeah, the skinny kind. And of course, only rich people can afford this shit. Now they all missing. And the Titanic is 12,500 feet deep in that motherfucker. After an hour going under, they fucking lose connection. Best believe I had a top 10 strongest thumb in the fucking world. Cause I be in that bitch pressing triangle like a motherfucker. Now them folks done paid all that damn money to go to motherfucking Glove World. If I was down there, we would've been run out of oxygen. Cause the whole time, I would've been whipping dude ass. I would've been thinking about the shit that used to be here, that might still be here. The Titanic sunk in the Atlantic Ocean, and these motherfuckers crazy as hell. Cause this the type of shit that your ass gonna see down there.
An experimental submersible vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body and could result in physical injury, disability, emotional trauma, or death. Where do I sign? Oh, take your shoes off. That's customary. Okay. Wow. Inside, the sub has about as much room as a minivan.
So this is not your grandfather's submersible. We only have one button. That's it. It should be like an elevator. You know, it shouldn't take a lot of skill.
The Titan is the only 5-person sub in the world that can reach Titanic depths, 2.4 miles below the sea. It's also the only one with a toilet, sort of. And yet, I couldn't help noticing how many pieces of this sub seemed improvised.
We can use these off-the-shelf components. I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing with this game controller.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I got a freezer spell that works. And if you got a problem with somebody, you can handle that motherfucker. Not physically, but spiritually. You know what I'm saying? This spell was passed down to me from my Haitian grandmother. And it works. And I'm giving it to you. And I want to say thank you to all the people who've been liking my shit, following me, sharing my videos. I appreciate that because, you know, I put a lot of work into this shit. I've been doing magic since I was 13. I'm 26 now. You know what I mean? My family been doing it. This shit goes deep. If you want to support me, my Cash App is 6 days, the number 6, IIXDAYS. Magic, MAGICK. Now let's get to it. Watch the video all the way through so you don't miss shit. I'm telling you. So if you got a problem with somebody at work, at school, it doesn't matter where you at, who they are, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can handle your business. You want to write their name down. So you want to make sure you know their name, okay? It can be their first name or it could be their first and last name. But get their motherfucking name, write it down. The first name is good enough. Then you want to write chill out now. Okay, I know this might be backwards on the video, but write chill out now. Okay, it can be any color ink that you want, that you have in the house. It doesn't matter. Then I want you to fold the paper 3 times away from you. Okay, get a Ziploc. You're gonna need 2. Open this one, put it in here. Then put this one in here. Now I'm gonna fill it up with some water. As you can see, I have it filled up with water. Now we put it in the freezer. And now you just wait.
Say the Earth's flat.
Yeah.
Let's say the Earth's flat.
It's not completely flat. It's an electromagnetic bandwidth of information. So everything operates as electromagnetism, as radio frequency. So there's a set bandwidth of information that this experience that we're having now operates on.
So what are we talking? Is it a square? Is it a rectangle? Is it
It doesn't exist objectively. It is you. It's like it's being projected. It's, you know what I mean? Like it's a holographic construct that builds itself as we interact with it. It's a divine being of sorts, like an organism. So heaven, headven, hell is the heel, and then earth and heart are anagrams of each other. The heart chakra's green, and the trees and the grass and everything's green. The throat chakra's blue and the sky's blue. Your body is made of a bunch of cells, lymphatic fluid and blood, yeah? Cells are selves. The lymphatic fluid is the ocean, and the oil is the blood. The mycelium's the nervous system, and then the vegetation is the lungs. Man is the measure of the universe, and the hue man, when you look on the television, you've got hue and saturation. Saturation is the richness of color, and then hue is the tonality of red to ultraviolet, yeah? So hue is the light spectrum. Man is manifestation. So the hue man is the manifestation of the light spectrum. And we're electromagnetic, holographic beings, that multi-dimensional beings.
And this is what I'm trying to tell you. If your ass got abducted right now, you would be nothing but a slave for them. You would be fighting their war. Motherfuckers want to get it done. I'd rather fight. Nigga, the ultimate escape is death because you can't die. That's an illusion. The only way you can get out of this shit is when your soul leaves the physical. If you get abducted by some Anunnaki ships or all this cloak technology that you see up there, you're just going to be in another matrix fighting another war. They might give you a little bit of past life memories or something. They may let you remember your last past life or something. They may show you all type of shit. But they don't care about you, bro. You are just a tool for them. I'm going to talk about the other beings that they working with and the other beings that they at war with. But listen, I'm trying to tell y'all this. All this Anunnaki shit, I guarantee you a person watching this and they don't agree with me, it's because of a book that they read, not from what they experienced. They reading books. These niggas is bookies. They reading books. Which means another man is controlling their whole perception on life and what they think about some shit that they could tap into at will. Man, y'all better watch these videos because when I talk to y'all about these other beings and y'all start putting two and two together, y'all will understand and overstand. Everything that was pushed to the conscious community is a fucking trap. The only thing you need to know is what's going to happen when you die. You can go and do all type of nature. You can go and eat you some fruit and vegetables, bitch. You can go get you some sun. But what's going to happen when you die? Where you going to go? Where you belong? Because this shit can't go with you. Huh? You need the knowledge. You need the energy. You need to be tapping into your astral form at will. Your ship. You have your own ship. Why would you want to get abducted by some motherfuckers that's fighting a war in the Matrix when you have your own power in your own ship? When you can travel to boundless universes and do whatever you want, bro. I'm trying not to make this shit sound too 3D, but bro, the Anunnakis don't give a fuck about humans and saving and stopping children and child trafficking. No, they don't care about that. They only care about the growth of human consciousness. That's it. Period, point blank, simple. If they can stop this internet shit, they will. And internet ain't even bad. Like, y'all, you able to connect with, you have more technology than most of your ancestors had. They didn't have none of this shit. You could connect with anybody all around the world at will, like this. The Anunnakis will give you some technology that will help you remember your past lives. They will probably show you all type of different shit, and you would think they gods or way above you. But in reality, they just showing you some shit that you're supposed to already remember. And I'm not downing the Anunnakis. These is my ancestors. Everybody is my ancestors. I'm connected with everything. I don't know about you, but bro, if you are a part of consciousness, if you operating on the same consciousness, then we connected. Because, bitch, that's the only way I'm talking to you right now is through consciousness. That's what I am. When I leave this motherfucker, now that's a different story. But I'm still traveling through consciousness.
I'm going to tell y'all something that I wish somebody told me. Have you ever been trying to change your subconcept, change your situation, like manifest something, reprogram your subconscious? And all of a sudden, things get harder. The opposite starts happening. It's almost like you were doing something wrong. And it can be very heartbreaking. It can be almost like the point where a lot of people give up. But baby, you're going through something called the purge. See, when you're trying to change your subconscious mind, you are changing beliefs and viewpoints and perspectives that were deeply rooted in your subconscious mind. So a few affirmations, a little bit of meditation might not get the job done. So what the universe is going to do is going to send you a situation in order for you to practice the belief. in order for you to reshape what you believe. Okay, for example, money's a topic that we all understand, right? Okay, let's say you're trying to manifest some money, you're trying to bring in a new stream of income, you're trying to change your mindset when it comes to your financials, and all of a sudden shit go left. You get a bill in the mail that's random as fuck. An old subscription take out hella fucking money out your account. Now you're sitting here like, I was just saying I am abundant, money comes to me effortlessly, and it seems like money is leaving me. Now this is your chance to show up as the person who has that belief, okay? If you believe that you're always taken care of and that you're abundant, money flows to you effortlessly, a bill in the mail is like, okay, congrats, like, money flows to me effortlessly. Like, it's already yours. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's almost like your opportunity to install this belief in yourself. Like, think about it. It's easy to be like, I'm abundant and everything is taken care of when you are literally have everything taken care of. But when your reality is showing you differently, what do you believe? How much faith do you really have? I realized that your belief has to be so strong that it shapes the way you see life. And most of us do that based off evidence. We believe that the sun is going to rise and fall. Why? Because it does that every day. We have the evidence. We have the past evidence. A lot of us aren't shown a certain life, shown a certain way of thinking. So we don't have a lot of past evidence. This is not something that we experienced before ourselves. This is the first time we're trying to change this. This is the first time we're trying to think like this. This is the first time we're trying to bring this into our life. We have no past evidence. So you have to go strictly on faith, strictly persist, no matter what. No matter what. And when it shapes the way you see life, like when I go to bed at night, I do not think twice. I do not think twice. I do not doubt that the sun will rise. That's how much faith you have to have with what you bring into your life. And then the universe is just trying to help you build it.
There's some numerologists out there that are gatekeeping the number 9, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what it means. I've been doing extensive research to understand what the number 9 is and how you can use it to your benefit if you're born on the 9th, or if you have it as a life path number or any of the other numbers in numerology. You see, the number 9 is very special and we see it everywhere. Women are pregnant for 9 months. A normal heartbeat is 72 beats per minute. 7 plus 2 is 9. The average human heartbeat is 4,320 beats per hour. If you add all of that up, it adds up to number 9. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0 equals 9. The average respiration rate per hour is 1,080 breaths per hour. 1 plus 8 is 9. The Earth is 7,929 miles across. If you add each number one by one and you bring it down to a single digit, well, guess what? You get the number 9. The Earth's air is made up of 77% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% elements. So if you add all of those up, again, reduce it to a single digit, you get the number 9. And one of the most famous people, Leonardo da Vinci, understood this secret math. He understood what the number 9 meant, so here we go. The reason why these numerologists are gatekeeping the number 9 is because the number 9 is the most powerful number. The number 9 has the energy of every single number before it in order to understand itself. It's the number of full completion and reflection at the same time. And because this number is so powerful and these people are very intuitive, they know how to get straight to the point in any problem. One of the hardest things about having the number 9 in your birth chart, or if you're born on the 9th or anything like that, if it's your life purpose, the problem is that it's going to be hard on your physical body because the 9 is too spiritual for this human realm, at least right now in this decade. With Pluto and Capricorn going into Aquarius. As we start to evolve, you'll notice that people are going to be born more on the 9th. The reason why it's starting to happen more and more frequently is because 5D consciousness is upon us. The Earth is evolving to 5D. So now people are actually able to use the power of the 9 for better. These are people that can be massive revolutionists. They literally can change the world. The most important thing about them, though, is that they have to listen to their intuition and gut instinct. You see, they have a trouble with doing that because the number 9 is so powerful that they have almost an abundance of downloads that are coming in from God or from Source. There's a reason why we are all attracted to the number 9, and stores will always sell things ending in 99. And the reason why is because you get very fixated on that number, and then all of a sudden it goes final sale and it ends in 98. And the number 8 is the number of money, so you get attracted, you want to buy it, boom, they got the sale. So if you have 9s in your chart, this is exactly what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to learn how to listen to your intuition. You're going to be on a spiritual journey. And not just that, but you have to be very careful with your health because the 9 just destroys the physical body. It's not great to have 9 in gematria in a business reading either because people will be scared of the number 9. The number 9 doesn't even have an element either. And the number 9 is associated with the fiery dragon. So if you get that tattoo on your body, that's what you're getting.
The world doesn't need more gardens. We need more food forests. And they're not even close to the same. Let me show you the biggest differences. By now, we know what a garden is. It is a bunch of planter boxes, very clean rows. There's no weeds or extra plants that are growing. Most of it is just the same 5 to 10 vegetables that you see at the store, and it's heavily guarded against outside animals. Now, many don't know what a food forest is, and they just look at this like it's wild. But it's actually something that can be very intentionally designed. Food forests focus on different levels of canopies in order to maximize the food that you are able to grow. You have your trees, your shrubs, and then your ground cover. And this is what our ancestors practiced. You see, this is beneficial not just to us, but every animal out there. It's beneficial to the land as well. As you can see, you don't see clean rows. You don't see lots of soil being exposed. Everything is covered up. Everything is edible, and everything plays a bigger part. You see, gardens, in my opinion, are actually terrible for the environment. Gardens require you to guard it. So you are starving off the native species around there, even though you came and took their land. In these food forests, birds are able to thrive. Insects are able to thrive. You have other little rodents and critters that are able to hide and live in these food forests. You don't need pesticides and fungicides and all that because the diversity of the plants and the animals keeps the health of everything intact. They require less work. Like I said, the soil is not exposed as much, so it's holding water in. So it requires less watering. It requires you to do a minimum amount of work because it is self-sustainable. And this is another huge difference between food forests and gardens. Gardens are just making you slave away your life for no reason. Our ancestors knew better. They had better things to do than to be out here plowing and hoeing the ground all the time. So if you have a plot of land, then challenge yourself to get rid of the old American lawn and use every single space that you have to cover it with some type of edible or medicinal plant. You're going to be doing your neighborhood, your family, the earth, and your animal relatives a favor. Comment down below if this is something you're interested in.
I really have no time to explain this. Our government has been charged with a crime, a danger to humanity. As of right now, we have no government. So the planetary judge is forcing our government to give the rightful owners back their land, which is us. The planetary judge is ordering us right now to stop calling ourselves Black African American. Also, to shut down Black Lives Matter. Because in the law dictionary, the word Black and African American is patterned as we're dead already. So the planetary judge want us to go by our nationality, Hebrew Israelite Moor. America is not America. The real name for America is Tamari. You go look up the Freedom of Information Act to find out the other stuff you need to know. The reason why they've been charged with a danger to humanity is because the flesh pit that they found, the flesh pit that they found in Texas, they did a DNA sample on it. And the DNA come back 9 series. We the only people on earth that has 9 series DNA. But the Bible said we came from the dirt. So, with that being said, they've been charged with a danger to humanity because we have served 400 years as indentured service to this country. We're in debt because our government, Washington, D.C., is an entity that's not a part of our country. And they've been ordered to get off these lands. Now, right now, our own country is setting up a war against the citizens of the country. They don't want to give us our land back. They don't want to free us either. So that's why you're seeing all these factories being burnt up, trains derailing, water getting bad, because they know they have to give us our land back. They've been ordered to leave this land. The planetary judge has ordered us to stop paying bills, going to work, because they have to pay us reparations. Africa, China, and Russia is about to go against America for them to free us.
What you've been eating for the last 500 years, starch and blood. Starch and blood. If I take those two compounds or those two items and put them into a biochemical perspective and begin to do analysis, what are we going to find in starch that would nourish my body when my body is made of electrons? There are no electrons in starch. So how am I going to replenish my energy? Then you drink blood because you like to eat that meat. Lamb, goat, cows, and chicken are hybrids, and they're not African. But you go to Africa today, that is all they eat. When God made things that depend on a specific food. And we will begin with the plants. Is iron. And what plant is that? The burdock, the sarsaparilla, or the marula. But if I want to treat your bones, I gotta use calcium. But I have to go to a plant that has calcium. So I have to go to the ocean. That they call is sea moss, Irish moss. Africa was never supposed to eat meat and starch because these are not the product of Africa. Go and tell that to the Africans today. You get yourself in big trouble.
Listen carefully.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. In the United States of America, Canada, and the rest of the world, there is a conspiracy. And that conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen, is this word called black. The word black quite literally means no standing in law, and it also makes reference to dead people. So when you use the word like black nigger, or when you use the word black in any contextual agreement with people, what you are basically saying is that they are dead. However, the wholesale and the magnitude in wanting for a better word of brainwashing that goes with it is what I'll be speaking to you about. You see, the word nigger, the word black, is used purposefully to program your spirit, your subconscious mind, the higher functioning parts of your brain to perform, talk, write like dead people. The obvious questions will arise, which is, well, how can people be dead when they are obviously walking around? The conditions of what is considered to be dead in the coroner's office, as well as within the judicial systems, is that it is faithless, a man or a woman that has no faith, hopelessness, talking and writing in cursive, cursing each other, lacking humility, clarity, charity, gratitude, temperance, patience, diligence, and of course, trust. You see, what is considered to be so-called black people, or even what is considered to be African people, these things have been programmed and conditioned and brainwashed and beaten into submission by your own chieftains from your own prospective countries or continents or tribes and cultures that you come from. So even before they start the slave trade, over 100 years of programming people to behave in a hopeless, in a cursive, in a faithless manner, so they can condition the people from their own tribes under the chieftain's commands, is so they can get them ready for the Spaniards, for the Portuguese, and the various other races that cannibalize and enslave other people, as well as themselves. You have noticed that I have not spoken about.
Okay, let me give you a small example of bending your reality. You ever thought about a song in your head and then somebody sing it out loud? That's called telepathy. That's a small form of bending your reality because you were thinking your thought and you pushed it into the person's head that was in the room with you. Or have you ever been thinking about somebody you ain't seen in a long time and they call you or text you out the blue? They ain't nowhere around you. That's a small example of bending matter with your mind because you took your thought and you pushed it into their mind, which made them think of you no matter where they are in the world, so they picked up the phone and text you or called you. Okay, that's a small example of bending matter with your mind. Now, each element you can completely bend and control because you are these elements, okay?